Hello, this is Basar. In this tutorial, we are going to see how we can implement a file upload functionality in Node.js application. As usual, we have this repository and you can find the code right here. We are going to start from this file upload start branch, and the final code can be found in this file upload final branch. Now let's start the implementation. So we have this project, and let's start with a new endpoint. Let's create a new folder, and this is for file handling, and in this one we will have, let's say, file router.js, and this is just like the other routers we have here. For instance, we have this user router, and basically we are having this express, and we are creating a router, and we are exporting this router from this one, and we will have a route for post method, and let's say the path will be upload, and this is going to be taking request and response. And in app we are going to import the file router just like we do for the user router or article router. So let's get the file router from file router, and let's add this file router like this. So app will be using this file router. Now we have the endpoint to handle the requests, but we need a library to process the payloads having the files in it. So for that one we are going to use multer. So let's install this one. npm install multer. Now the package is installed. Let's use this package in this file router. So we will have multer, and we get it from this multer package. Now we are going to create an instance from this multer, and let's call this one as upload multer. So we are just calling this multer function. Now we are going to use this upload as a middleware in this route handler. So we will be having this middleware right here. We will call upload, and in this one we are going to define how many files we are looking for. We can be receiving array of items, we can be receiving single item, or the others. For now let's try single, and this one is looking a field name. We are going to send a multi-part body request, and this field name is indicating which part of the body to be processed by the multer. And let's set my file. We can say anything we want for this part. Now since this middleware is running, it is going to check the incoming request and parse the file, and we will be able to access to that file via this request object. So we can get request file, and let's print this for now. Let's run console log, and let's return a success response back. Let's try this one. So let's run the application. So the app is running. Now we are going to send our request with Postman. So creating a new request, we are going to send the post request to localhost 3000, and the endpoint is upload. Now we are going to add the file to this request. So as body we are going to select this form data, and here we have this key and value, and here we have a drop down. We can set either text or file. So if this is file, it is showing a file selection option. So let's select the file, and I have this PNG file right here, and the key is also looking for a value, and this value is basically this value we are looking for in the multer process, my-file. So we will type this one, my file. In this request body we have this part, my file, and it has this file in it, and the backend will be taking that my file part of the incoming request body and will process the file, and we will be able to access that file like this. So let's send this request, and if we check the console log, here we see the log output like this. We have this information about the file. Now let's save this file to our upload directory. We have this upload directory right here. In previous tutorial we have seen how we can serve files from a static folders, and we had that implementation right here. So whenever we try to access to this uploads endpoint, it will be looking for the files under this upload there. Now let's use this directory and let's store the files in it. For this operation we are going to use this Node package fs file system. And we are going to do like this. Let's use async await. The fs function we are going to use is a promise. So we are going to call fs promises, and we will use write file function. This is looking for two parameters. One of them is the path and the other one is the data, and we can access to this data like this. This console log is printing this one, and basically we are looking for this buffer, so we can just pass the request file buffer, and we are going to define the path. The path is going to be upload there, and let's say the file name will be uploaded -file png. We can use the file name coming with this object. Here it is having this original name, or we can generate random names. Either is fine. So this one is asynchronous action, so we are going to await here. Now the implementation is completed. Let's save this one. By the way, I'm expanding this folder. Currently we have this images folder in this upload there, and it has this profile png. Now we are going to upload a new file, and that is going to be added directed to this upload there, and the file name will be this one, uploaded file png. So let's send the request once again. We received 200 OK, and here if we check this directory we have this file right here. And we are also able to access the file via this endpoint, so we can just open and send a request to this uploads endpoint, and the file name is this one, uploaded file png. So if we just call this one, here we are receiving this file in the response body. So that's how we can upload files via this multer. Multer is also having functionality about the limitations, so let's practice that one too. So we can do something like this. When we are calling the multer, we have option to pass options, and in this object we have limits parameter, and the limit is looking for file size, and the file size can be anything you want. For instance, we can go like this, just 1 kilobyte, and when we are defining it like this, this can throw an error, so we will be handling this upload part in the handler, but we will tell we are going to looking for a single file which is having this my file field. So instead of using this upload as a middleware, now we are going to use this one right here. We are going to call upload in this route handling function, and this is going to be taking the parameters of the request, response, and a callback function. So this callback function will be called when upload is done with the processing of the incoming request. And when it calls this request, if there are any errors about, for instance, the if the file is exceeding the file size limit, it's going to be passing us an error object, so we can act accordingly. Now we are going to move the async functionality into this one. So this function is going to be async, and we are going to write the file in this upload callback right here, and we will also return the response in this one. But now, since there is a potential file size limit exceed condition, we are going to check if we have error. If this is a truthy value, then we are going to return a response. Let's say the status will be 400, and let's say the message and the size is too big. So if the file size limit is exceeded, this function will be called with the error, and if we have the error, we know that why the error is occurred, and then we can just return this response. Otherwise, we are going to just continue with this implementation to write the file and return a response. Let's send a body with this one too, and let's say the message will be upload success. So saving this one, and let's try to send the same file once again. This file is not 1 kilobyte, it is bigger than that one, so this one is going to fail with this condition, size is too big. But if we change this one, the size limit as, let's say we go with the 1 megabyte, so this is the 1 megabyte, and if we save this one, and when we send the request, here it is sending 200 okay with this upload success message. So that's it for this tutorial. That's how we are using the multer library to handle the multi-part file upload request. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next tutorials.